Okay, hi everybody. Hold on one second. I want to get this link out to my peeps, my friends, peoples that are going to be hopefully joining me today. Very excited to be here today. I have not done sprints in a hot minute. For those of you that are familiar with me doing them in the past, it's one. I'm so very excited to be doing these today. I was not expecting to not do these for a long time, but it is what it is. Do that. Yep. Yep. So this is marked as for Battle of the Bookish friends, but if you are not partaking in Battle of the Bookish this round, that is totally fine. Quite honestly, I do expect more people other than my Battle of the Bookish friends and participants to be here. So if you're here, say hello. I'm so out of practice with this. It's been a minute. I've been a part of sprints here off and on for a while, but I haven't actually done my own sprints in a very, very long time. And so please forgive me if I'm a little out of practice with it because it's been a minute. So it's just been, I feel really crazy the last several months. For those of you that don't know, I got a new job in November. I basically stopped working from home and am now working in an actual office now. And it's very different than what I thought I was going to get into, but I've been there for now going on 3 months. I'm actually coming up on the end of the probationary training period, which is exciting, but also very terrifying because there's been a lot of things that have been changing, a lot of things that are going to be changing here in the next handful of weeks, especially because we're getting into this company's busiest season, which is a little terrifying because it's already been very overwhelming for the first few months. So I'm doing okay though, hanging in there, doing what I do, showing up, getting the paycheck, all that stuff, doing what I can. But I'm just very excited to be here. So for those of you that are new to me doing sprints, I've done sprints in the past and I've always done them a little differently than most people. I basically have a whole system that I set up with sprints that is completely randomized in terms of time limits. So there'll be some short sprints here and there. There'll be some longer sprints possibly. But we will be going for about 4 hours. So it is currently 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. And so we will be going to about midnight Eastern Standard Time, which basically will be about 4 hours worth of time. So, excuse me. If you would like to stick around for the entire evening, you are more than welcome to. I don't expect everybody to because I know especially everyone is in a different time zone sometimes, and that can make it a little bit more difficult. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. So I do have some little timers I found on YouTube that we will be using to help us with counting down. But yeah, so let's see what all we got going on. I just got to check a couple things while I'm on real quick, just because I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything from my friends and everybody else that wants to get a hold of me, apparently. All right. So yeah, in a couple minutes, we will, actually in about a minute, I will go over the rules of the sprints that we do. And then at about 10 after the hour, we will start our first sprint. But I want to give everybody enough time to come in, especially those that I sent out links to come and hang out with me. If one of my co-hosts for Battle of the Bookish is available to do sprints, maybe we can get her to do it. But I don't know. I'm going to have to text her and see if she'd be willing to join. Anyway, for those of you that are part of Battle of the Bookish, these reading sprints are great for you guys if you want to try to get some books finished up, because we're getting to the end of the readathon. We've got a few days left, so this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so. But let's go ahead and get into what exactly we're going to be doing in terms of these sprints. So if you are new to my channel and you've never been a part of my sprints before, again, I used to do them a while ago. I haven't really had time to do them in several months, but the way I do them is I use this little 12-sided die, or a D12, and each number that is on this then gets multiplied by 5. So for instance, if we land on a 2, we would read for 10 minutes, as 2 times 5 is 2. So basically, this is going to go all the way up to an hour in terms of the length of our sprint, and then we will go from there and do our sprint in that time. If you are not able to read, or you don't want to read in that time, that's totally fine. You can do things like chores, writing, any kind of productive kind of thing. This is basically just time for you to get some stuff done that you're looking forward to doing. So yeah, so a couple rules within the time limits is that the first of which being, whenever I roll a 1, basically instead of doing a 5-minute sprint, because I hate 5-minute sprints, I think they are absolutely useless, I will then roll again, and whatever number I land on will either then be doubled or be halved in terms of the amount of time. So basically anything that is going to put us past half an hour, so a number that is like basically 2 to 6, if I roll that after rolling a 1, we will double the time. So basically 10 minutes gets doubled to 20, 20 to 40, 30 to an hour, so on and so forth. But if I roll a 7 up to a 12, those then get halved. So 35, though, like basically the thing is with the 5 number ones, unless they, when doubled, make a even number. If, for instance, you have to have and it becomes like an odd number, so like 35, trying to have that, we're going to just round down. So for that, I would basically do like 20 minutes as opposed to trying to figure out 17 and a half minutes. Did I just do that in my head? I think I did. So yeah, I think that covers it. If you have any questions as we're going through, that's totally fine. Feel free to ask. What I will be working on today is a book that is for a series I am currently in the middle of, that is for a particular video. If you guys are familiar with my Finish Your DNF series, this is for that video that will be coming out in February, and I am very excited for it because I've actually been really enjoying this series and I'm enjoying this book so far. So I'm going to be working on that basically most of the night, if not the entire night, and I'm going to be doing some other little bits and bobs. I need to do some journaling and stuff for my practice, and then if I have time, I might try to work on this diamond painting I've had for months that I have yet to complete because I've just been so exhausted that I have not had time to do anything with it. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. I don't know if people are talking in chat. I apologize, and I can't see it because I'm not able to see it on my end, but if you're trying to talk to me, I'm sorry, I can't see it, unfortunately. So give me 1 second. Look. But if you are here and want to say hello, please feel free to. Don't want to be talking to myself the whole time. I'd rather not, but maybe some people are shy. You don't know. So yeah, we'll start the first sprint in about 1 minute and kind of go from there. So hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys are enjoying the end of the first month of 2023. It's been a wild ride for me, I will say. There's been a lot of great things, been a lot of not so great things that I think it's kind of just set the tone for me personally. I think of how this year is going to be. I think it's going to be a very good year, but a very trying year in a lot of ways, if this month has any indication of how the rest of my year is going to go. So we'll see. But we'll go ahead right now and do our first roll. So basically what I'm going to do is just roll this D12. I have a little dice tray right here that I use. And what I will do is just throw it there. We'll see what it is. I'll show you guys, if I can, well enough, what the number is. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh, I did forget to mention, actually, now that this just came up. I rolled an 11. One thing I will say I did forget to mention is for our first sprints, we don't usually go more than 30 minutes. So I'm going to roll that again because we normally wouldn't do, a 55-minute sprint for the first one. I'm not about that for you guys because not everybody's like that. I can probably do that myself, but I'm not going to subject the rest of you to that just in case some of you prefer the shorter ones. So let's go ahead and try to roll this again. We're looking for something that is a 6 or lower. That's a 9. We're not going to do that. Oh gosh, the curse of the multiple dice rolls is coming back to haunt me. If any of you have been a part of my sprints before, sometimes I have to roll like multiple times for the first one. Okay, here we go. So there's a number that's lower than 6. It's a 5. It's a 5. So we're going to do 25 minutes for the first sprint, a nice easy warm-up for everybody, get you guys all raring to go, easing into it. Let me know what you guys are reading. If you're reading anything in the chat, let me know what you're working on, especially if you're part of Battle of the Bookish at all. I really hope that you guys are actually saying stuff in chat and I'm just not seeing it, because I would feel really bad if I don't know, I can't speak apparently. But I can't see anything right now, so I'm just hoping that if you guys are trying to say hi, that the rest of you can see it, because I can't. So, and I don't know if it's because StreamYard's acting up or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let me pull up the timer that I have real quick. All right. So it's been a minute since I've done this, so I apologize. Here we go. Okay, so this one's just a cute little Pomodoro timer, nothing too crazy. But like I said, we will do basically so many sprints in this day. It depends on how much we actually end up getting to be able to do. But for right now, we will start this and let the beginning parts of it go through. Adri! Hi. Just got home from spending a day with friends I haven't seen in a while. I'm going to pack an Etsy order and listen to my audiobook. Okay, you want to join me? For those of you that don't know, Adri is one of the other, Adri is one of our other hosts for Battle of the Bookish. And so I would love, Adri, if you would join me so I'm not completely by myself and talking to myself. I'm sure it's not super entertaining. So I'll send you the link if you're wanting to join. But it's totally fine if you don't. I don't mind. Okay, so go ahead and get started. We'll just kind of start from here. So go ahead and start reading. Okay, guys, so that was the end of the first sprint. That was 25 minutes. Hopefully everybody did well. I got through an entire chapter, and my husband decided he wanted to go get a late dinner for us because I had a really late lunch today. So he decided that he was going to go get us dinner. So pretty excited. So yeah, Adri will be on here later once the kiddos are in bed. She is an hour behind me. So probably not going to be for like maybe another hour or so before she hops on. Hello, Destiny. Welcome. Thought me and the kids could handle closing duty chores in 15 minutes and turned out we couldn't. That's okay. It happens. Kids are a lot of energy. Hi, Elises. Finishing Wild Seed by Octavia E. Butler tonight so that I can start and finish our N.K. Jemisin read tomorrow. Yay! I think I might fall in the Battle of the Bookish, but I didn't know about it. It's okay. Battle of the Bookish is just a readathon I host with my friend Adri at Adriology here. It's just a readathon that we've hosted like several times, and if you haven't joined in, it's totally fine. We're coming up to the end of it, so it's not a big deal. We will be hosting a week-long read-along readathon in either March or April, and then we will be doing another month-long readathon in June. So if you want to join in, you most certainly can. We're just coming up on the end of our big rounds that we usually do. But yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I'm hosting an N.K. Jemisin read along for the entirety of 2023. And this month in January, we're working on the 5th season, which is the first book in the Broken Earth trilogy. And the live show for that is actually going to be next weekend. I think it's going to be like next Saturday, I think the 4th. Which I'm really excited about. I am so excited to be hosting this like book club read along, whatever you want to call it. So thank you so much, Elises, for joining in on that with me. I am super, super excited. I think I'm going to try to have a friend join in on that who reached out to me and said that they would be interested in doing it, hosting the live show with me. So I'm going to try to have a different host every month if I can. But I'm super, super excited. So if you haven't joined up with that, you still have some time. You've got like a week before our live show to read the 5th season. So very excited. And also the Wild Seed is part of an Octavia E. Butler read along that my friend Bree at Bree Cherie Reads is hosting. And so if you want to go join in on that, you most certainly can. I will be trying to get to Wild Seed here soon, if not before the end of the month, because I still have a few other books I need to get through this month before I can get to that one. But I'm going to try at the very least to read that and February's book if I can't get Wild Seed done in January. Okay, cool. I got to 34% of Wild Seed. This book is wild. I've heard it is wild. I have heard that her books are a trip. All right, so we will get started with our next sprint here in a couple minutes at the 45-minute mark. So yeah, if you guys are not, I don't know what else I want to say. It's been a minute since I've done live streams or sprints of any kind. Like I join in on Bree and Brandy's like often, but it's been odd for me so far today to like host my own for the first time in a while, just because it's been so long. Like I think it's been like since September since I've hosted a sprint of my own. I feel out of practice. Hi, Oscar. I know. He's upset that Dad left to go get food without him. He did. I'm so sorry. But you'll be okay. He'll be back soon. He didn't go very far. I know. It's okay. Oh, okay. Got an itch. You'll get your groove back. I hope so. I think that getting back into the swing of it at least once a month where I can do the live shows for... Oh, shush. You shush. It's okay. I love you. Can you sit? Sit down. Oh, don't you get sassy with me. Anyway, yeah, I think that once I get in the swing of the live shows again, like doing like the ones for N.K. Jemisin, that will be really helpful because it's just going to take some practice, going to get me back into it, but I think I'll be fine. But that is beside the point, because we're here to have fun, are we not? I love being a part of live streams. I'm just awkward as heck. Poor baby, how dare dad leave? I know, he's such a big baby. You are too. Don't you even try to convince them that you're not. Don't start with me. You are the biggest daddy's boy that there is. You are a big baby, and you know it. He's looking at me like, Mom, stop talking about me to people I can't see. I don't care that you can't see them. I can't see them either. All I can see is the comments. That's it. It's okay. Yeah, he's a talker. He is a chatty little one for sure. Those of you that don't know, I have a white German Shepherd. He is just, hey, get out of it. He is just over a year old, and he is the sassiest dog I think I have ever had in my life. And that's coming from a person who growing up had 2 Alaskan Malamutes. He is sassier than both of them combined. You are too. You didn't even know Denali. You barely know Kaya. I don't care. You're going to be just fine. You will. It's okay. Dad'll be back soon. I promise. He's giving me the side eye. It's hilarious. He gives like the most amazing side eye. Can you say hi, Oscar? Can you say hi? Nope. Booba, come here. Come look. Come look. Up. Come here. Booba. Booba. Nope. He's not having it. He is not having it. If I can. Are you going to say hello? Can you say hello to everybody? Oh, thank you. Hi. Hi. Oh. He's so sassy. He is the sweetest, but the most energetic dog I've ever had. And I just love him. I love him to bits. I do. I love you very much. Okay, bye. Yeah, he's a character. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get another sprint going. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my dice. I know, Destiny, you've been around. You've been around since we first got him. Yeah, she has. She was here when you were just a little thing, when you could just fit in one hand. That's crazy. It's crazy, Booba. Yeah, he was actually the runt of the litter. And he was so tiny, I could fit him in one hand. And now I can barely pick him up, if at all. My husband's able to pick him up, no problem. But this dog is like going on 60 pounds. There is no way I am going to be able to pick this dog up ever. But he's still not. I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're fat, dude. I'm just saying you're a bit on the heavy side. I can't pick you up, but Dad certainly can. But he. I know. Do you want me to stop talking about you? Is that why you're getting fussy? You want me to stop talking about you? Yeah? I'm sure this is more entertaining for you guys than it is for me. This is what he does every night. Just constantly. He is a back talker. You are too. Don't even. All right. So let's go ahead and roll for our next sprint since I am over on time. He's just getting fussy. He really is. He's getting so fussy. I mean, that's my job, isn't it? I'm mom. I have to embarrass him. I do too. It is too my job. No, he probably actually has to go potty. So we're gonna get the sprint started, and then I'm gonna take him outside because he's really gotta go. I know. Sit. Can you sit down? Oh. Nope. Apparently he is going to get all up here in my space. All right. Okay. So rolled that time. We have got a 7. Thank you so much, Lisa. He is my baby. He is my sweetie. So anyway, we got a 7 today for that roll. Yes, a 7. So that means we're going to do 35 minutes. That's exactly right, Oscar. I know. You're so smart, aren't you? You're such a smart baby. Okay, so I have got this cute little cozy forest timer. So we'll go ahead and start the sprint, and I will see you guys in about 35 minutes. All right, let's get going. Okay, guys, that was 35 minutes. Hope y'all got some good reading in. I got through a few chapters. The husband came back with food. We got Culver's. Super yummy. And Oscar is currently begging to have my onion rings, which he is not getting. Okay. Rye asked if I would cuddle with him, and he's going to be 8 tomorrow. Oh, I can't say no to that. My productivity may have gone out the window. That is okay. You snuggle that baby. Hi, hello. Finished the 5th season last night. Oh, very confused in the beginning, but then I got it. Yeah, this is the first time I ever had read it, and I felt the exact same way at first, and then I got to the end, and I was like, oh, what? Excuse me? What do we have going on here? Be reading book 2 in February. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us. That's awesome. Hey, Lisi's, aka the Goat. That's a little inside joke for some of us that are part of Bree and Brandy sprints. We're at 13 pages. Got the baby into his PJs. Good. Ooh, 50% of wild seed. Nice job, Elise's. I am currently almost a third of the way through my book, which I'm very interested in. This is actually like it's the third book, and I think maybe final. It's possible there could be a fourth, but I don't know whether or not there's going to be. Which it's interesting. I think I like this one more than I like the second book, but I don't know whether I like it more than the first one, because the first book in this series was a 5 out of 5 stars. Second book was a 4, and I like this one more than the second book, but I don't know whether or not I like it more than the first one yet. I guess I'll have to see by the time I get to the end of it what I think. All right, so we'll get started with the next sprint here in a few minutes. Give everybody a chance to take a little bit of a breather, go use the bathroom if you need to, grab a snack, because we're still here for another, 2.5 hours? Yeah. Chipmunk, hello! Made it late, but here. I forgot time zones are a thing. It's okay. It's all right. You're here. That's all that matters. What are you reading today? What are you reading? What are you doing today? Are you joining us for sprints? Well, obviously you are if you're here, but I am, as I'm working on this audiobook, working on this diamond painting, which if you can't tell what it is, it's basically like a little waterfall scene, but it's in like purples and whites and like blacks and blues. I've been working on this diamond painting for literal months, probably going on almost a year. Actually, no, I got this for my birthday last summer, so it's been several months, and I have not touched it in a while. So I'm only working on one color though, because it's a lot, and my eyes hurt from trying to look at it. So I think though I'm getting to I think I'm like halfway through the color, like the picture itself. I've got basically like this whole section right here that needs to be done, and then this section here in the corner, and a little bit right in here, and then like this bottom corner right here. So I think I'm about halfway done with that color, which is nice. I know, isn't it? I got this as a gift from a friend of mine for my birthday, because we both like doing diamond paintings. And she was basically like, what's your favorite color again? And I said purple. She's like, okay, I got it. So she got me this because purple is my favorite color. And I have probably like 6 or 7 other diamond paintings I still have yet to go through, because I've been stuck on this one, because I just don't have time anymore to like do this. And then when I do have time, I'm just way too focused on other things. So very excited for that one. This to be finished up. I've still got quite a bit. I'm only on the 8th color of 17, so I'm not quite halfway through the like completion of it entirely, but we're almost there. We're almost halfway. Ding. All right, so hope you guys are having a good night. What have you guys got planned for February? Are you guys partaking in any fun readathons or things going on? I know that not Black-a-weedathon. There's something Blackathon or something like that goes on. And then I know there's a lot of romance stuff that's going on too. Like, what do you guys got planned going on in February? I have some really awesome family stuff going on in February because February is, for one, my dad and my sister's birthday month. So I got 2 birthdays. Additionally, obviously, there's Valentine's Day. And then my grandmother, who I have not seen in like 5 years now, at least, is coming to visit for 3 weeks in February. And I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited. That's so pretty. Thank you. I think starting with Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin. Almost done with it for the LGBTQ prompts. Nice. Awesome. Today's my graphic novel and manga day. They were all due back to the library. Read A Silent Voice 5 and all of Skyward. I'm going to be reading Radiant Black tonight. Nice. Oh, yeah, Polarthon. That's right. I forgot Polarthon was going on. I will try to partake in that. At the very least, what I will do is I will calculate how many pages I read in that week and then donate so much money based on how many pages, because I do like supporting that charity to save the polar bears. If you don't know what this readathon is, it is hosted by JD Ray Reads. It's basically like a whole polar fantasy inspired readathon, and it's a week-long readathon in February, and the aim is more so at the fundraiser to save the polar bears because they are Jade's favorite animal, or one of her favorite animals at the very least. I'm going to do Polarthon and ABC-a-thon. Ooh, what's ABC-a-thon? I've never heard of that. Super Duper Fly Readathon, Missy Elliott, Tavia E. Butler, Zora Neale Hurston. Yeah. Elysees, I know you're going to be a part of all of those with me. I've never heard of Super Duper Fly Readathon, though. That's an interesting one. No idea what my reading plans are for February. My only plan is to get as much reading done before this baby shows up. I know, I'm so excited. I forget when is he due? Because I'm trying to remember if you were around the same time as one of my other friends that is having a baby. So I'm so excited for you guys though. Baby's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait. And I'm so excited when I get to spoil that one just as much as I spoil the other 2 of yours. Which, by the way, give them hugs and kisses for me, please. I miss seeing their little faces. Ugh. And I know they're getting ready for bed soon, so prime time for that. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and get started with the next sprint here in just a second. Being hosted by Shay with the Hobbies and 3 other ladies. Oh, fun! That's awesome. Oh, okay, March 11th, but he gets evicted on March 9th. Okay. So, yeah, a friend of ours that Robert and I grew up with, they are having their baby in April. So I thought it was going to be fairly soon. Okay. Hosted by Aubrey Books and Coffee, and it's set up like Clue. Each book you get gets you a card, and you mark off suspects and such until you have a final guess. That is awesome. That is so cool. I wish we would have been able to do something like that for the training camp. We had such a hard time figuring out how we were going to do the training camp game. Like, that sounds like so much fun. Pick a Missy Elliott song and then create prompts based off of it. Lasts all of February. That sounds cool. I love that a lot. That is so awesome. I mean, I'm a Missy Elliott fan myself. I grew up with parents that had me listen to all kinds of different music. So Missy Elliott was one of them. I just didn't know that was a readathon that existed. So that is so cool. Well, that sounds like an amazing readathons, guys. I'm so excited for all of you. And for those of you that don't have reading plans, it's totally fine. I don't 100% know what I'm doing. I just know I have a ton of book clubs I'm doing. So I'm kind of just going with that. And, I've got the Wheel of D20 coming back here in February. For those of you that have been around for a while, which is my personal TBR game that I play, that's coming back in February. I just did the spins before a stream here. So that's going to be interesting. I've got live shows that are going to be going on every month now for my book club and all that stuff. So yeah, that did sound amazing. That Clue game sounds like so much fun. Training camp was so fun too. You guys did such a good job. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Destiny. That took so much work, but I'm so glad that it turned out the way that it did, because I think Adri can agree with me. We thought it was going to be like a hot mess. Continuing on with all of my read-alongs of Game of Thrones, Octavia Butler, Zora, Red Rising, Realm of Comics, and Brandy's Book Club. Nice. Doing so much in the shortest month. Yeah, I have a lot. I mean, a lot of it though, like there's a lot of bi-monthly book clubs I'm a part of. And then I'm part of Brandy from Books with Brandy Shanae's membership club as well. So I've got that. I've got my read along. I'm trying to participate as much as I can in Bree's Octavia Butler one and hers and Brandy's Zora Neale Hurston. Like I'm trying to like get involved with a lot of different stuff and read like eclectically, but at the same time, like I know, there's a lot, that I can control and there's a lot that I can't. And unfortunately, one of the things I cannot control is now my energy levels when it comes to reading, because that's one of the issues I've had with this job that I've had now is that I get home and I'm so exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally that reading is like the furthest thing from my mind for the most part. Oh, and Throne of Glass. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Throne of Glass was in there too. And the 5th season sitting on my desk. That is my first read of February for sure. Awesome. You got until the 4th, love. Have until the 4th. The training camp was so much work, but so fun. Yeah, I'm interested to see what we're gonna plan for the next one, especially based on the theme, because the training camps are based on the themes that are picked by the winning teams. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do, and hopefully by the time baby comes, you can settle down enough after that happens we can help figure that out. And we have Brandy's book club and Realm of Comics. Yep. 100% worth it. Yes. Same. I know I'm going to be mentally drained the first 2 weeks of February, so I'm scared about all these commitments. I'm not necessarily scared about the commitments. I mean, I totally understand. Like, there's a lot. And the thing is I think we all have to remember that, yes, we are a part of book clubs and we are a part of groups that we want to read things from. But I think we all have to remember that our mental health comes first and ourselves come first. Like, as much as you want to read certain things, like if you can't do it, you can't do it. Like, I could probably tell you that there's one bi-monthly book club I wanted to be a part of this year that I may not be able to be a part of because I just don't think I'm going to have the time to get through the book, which is fine. That's kind of the thing that I'm, trying to be kinder to myself about this year too. And with a lot of the stuff that I've been learning about myself through therapy and, other things, just getting into my life now, I've been trying to find myself I've been trying to get myself to find more ways to be kinder to myself. And I think one of those ways that I need to be kind to myself is remember that I can't read everything all at the same time. My life is not how it used to be right now. I'm in a very different place in my life than I was now this time last year. And it's okay. We have to take things day by day as we can. And I will say that I think that I've gotten a lot better in the last handful of months since I started my job. Where I'm kinder to myself about not reading as often. It does suck some days when I really want to read and I just don't because I'm too tired. I can't focus, whatever the case may be. But at the very least, I know that like whatever I do end up doing is because that's what my mind and my body are telling me I need to do, whether that's scroll through TikTok the entire night or go to bed early or, just sit and binge watch something or watch a movie, like whatever it is that I am feeling in the moment is naturally coming to the surface and what I end up doing. It's what my body obviously needs because I've had plenty of nights where I get home from work and I've gone to bed at like 7:30 at night, like have dinner, maybe watch an episode or two of something with my husband. And I go immediately to bed and do not wake up until 8 a.m. the next morning. Like, there's been days like that, and you have to take care of yourself and be kind to yourself about that. Just take it easy. Don't over stress about it. And like, reading's supposed to be fun. Don't make it a job. Don't make it a chore. Like, it's supposed to be fun. So keep that fun by allowing yourself to make it that fun time, that relaxing time. Get off my soapbox now, I guess. Just got to take it a day at a time. That's all you can do. Exactly. 100%. All you can do. Okay. With that soapbox speech out of the way. It's been a minute since I've had one of those too. So I guess we're par for the course when it comes to my streams. I always feel like every stream I've had, I have some kind of like come to Jesus moment of some kind. So, all right, let's go ahead and roll for this next one. Okay, I got the number, so 1 second. I can commit to all these book clubs is because I'm still on LOA. Hope to be back to work soon. I will read what I can when I get back. I'm going to be tired my first few days, weeks. Yes, you will. 100%. Like, and take advantage of that time. Take advantage of that downtime because, like, you will be tired. So that's incredibly important. So hard to listen to. Super proud of you for taking care of yourself. Thank you. No, like it was a struggle for a little bit. I've my last few years of my life have been up and down with my mental health and trying to figure things out. But I think especially going into this year with a focus on myself of trying to be kinder to myself and remembering that like I am one person. I cannot do everything. I cannot read everything. I cannot do everything for everybody. I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't still struggle because I do. I just had to have my medication, my anxiety medication up because I was still struggling getting into the year. But that's okay because I realized like that's what I needed to see if I needed that to help me. And going through therapy once a week has been really helpful too, all that stuff. And it's like, I'm just trying to, I think at this point in my life, refine myself in a lot of ways. And I think that can take a lot mentally. And so then that affects the way I read. And if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. And I need to be okay with that because sometimes you don't have a choice. Just started my first full-time office job, 47 hours a week. Oof. Reading is honestly such a struggle at the moment. Yeah. I would say something to the effect of like, if you can listen to audiobooks, you totally should if you have that ability. But I know that like, especially with my job in particular, I don't have that ability. I have an office job. I'm basically like a receptionist. And I also handle some social media stuff for this very small business. There's like 4 of us in this entire office, right? And so being a receptionist, I also have to assist the people that are doing services there. I have to answer the phones. I have to, check our social media accounts for messages. Like I have no actual time to sit and listen to an audiobook because I have to be aware of like who's calling me, who is asking me to do things, stuff like that. So unfortunately, like it's not like my last job where I was working from home. I could listen to audiobooks all day while I was working. It's not like that. And that's okay. For somebody that's working in an office job that can't do that, what I would recommend is if you have the ability, even if it's like a little bit before bedtime, just making it into part of like that nightly routine where like maybe take a little bit of time after you get all snuggled into bed or something, you set a timer for like 30 minutes and you read. And then after that, you go to sleep. Something like that. There are ways to like incorporate a little bit of reading every day, but don't overdo it. Don't stress yourself out about it. If you skip a few nights where you don't read before bed and you just fall asleep instantly, that's fine. 47 hours a week is intense. Like that's a lot. That's more than how I was working when I was working from home. Because I had it's nuts. I do not envy those that have to work like that because while the paycheck may be nice, that is incredibly stressful and that is incredibly deteriorating on your physical and mental and emotional health, all of that. So I hope you get through that. That is not very easy, but hopefully maybe you can incorporate something more into your routine where maybe it's just a little bit at a time, a little bit on a lunch break, a little bit, at night before bed. Something like that, you can hopefully find some time to be able to do it just to give yourself that time to like relax and kind of decompress. Because I think that reading for a lot of people is that ability to decompress. Okay, so the number I had rolled was a 3 that time. So we're going to go on a little bit of a shorter one this time. We're going to do 15 minutes and give me 1 second so I can pull up my timer. All right. So, hope everybody's doing great. Thanks so much for the advice. It's really helpful. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I mean, like I said, it's not easy. I mean, and every day is going to be different. But if you can find the time, like if you have the energy to, like if you have enough spoons or pennies in your day to like take a little bit of time, even if it's like 30, 20, 30 minutes of just being able to listen to something or, read something physically, whether it's with an actual like hard copy book or a Kindle book of some kind, like on a e-reader. um it's possible, but be kind to yourself about it. Don't stress out about it if you can't do that every single day. Enjoy the times when you actually can do it, because there's going to be days where you just don't have the energy, and that's okay. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and not this one. There we go. That's what I want. Let's go ahead and get started with this next sprint. Like I said, it's going to be about 15 minutes. And hope you guys get through at least a little bit. I think I'll be able to get through like a chapter and then some. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys. Okay, sorry. I went to move my hand, and all of a sudden it got stuck in my hair and flung my glasses. I apologize if that scared anybody. It's because it scared me. All right, so it's been 15 minutes. I got through a chapter and then almost all the way through another one. Okay. Favorite way I've heard anyone explain spoons is D&D spell slots. Oh, that's clever. When you're out of spell slots, you need a long rest. Yes, I love that. Of course, yeah, you're a D&D nerd. I don't know why I didn't think of that. 7 pages that go. Nice. Good job. All right. Okay, so we'll start the next sprint here in a few minutes. Man. I'm liking this book that I'm reading. It's a good one. It's a good series, actually. I'm really surprised that. Well, I guess I'm not surprised that I like the series, but I guess I'm surprised that I'm enjoying it as much as I am. We'll say that. So. But let's see. What else can we talk about here for a few minutes before we do another sprint? So we've talked about what's been going on. Readathon's coming up. Got to talk with Oscar for a little while because he was being super sassy. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about right now. I guess I can talk about some things that I'm planning on doing in February. So, as you guys may know, if you watch my channel at all, Chipmunk 7 here as well. Nice. 56% of wild seed. Nice. Good job, Elises. If you guys are not familiar with the videos I do on my channel, I do a few different kinds of series. I'm currently doing, right now I'm working on a book that is for my Finish Your DNF series. That video will coming out in like middle to end of February, and then I've got my NK Jemison one. I've got I'm not gonna have basically as many vlogs, but the vlogs I do have in the course of February will be a little bit more fun, I guess I'll say, because like there's a couple that are themed, but they're kind of more so themed in terms of like, based on the TBR I have, which one of these am I going to end up picking to read, and do I think that this is something that I'm interested in, kind of thing, you know. But otherwise, not much out of the ordinary. I think that the next set of weekly vlogs I will do will probably be in June when we do the next round of Battle of the Bookish. Which I was struggling this month with even filming for those, if y'all can't tell, because I go to work, I come back on my lunch, I go back to work, I go home, not much happens after I get home. That's it. That's basically my life. Got through 15 pages, but I'm listening to my audiobook at 3 times speed. Hey, mine's on 2 times. I don't have the actual book, though, ebook or physical, so I'm just relying on time. But I'm on 2 times speed with it, so I've only got like just over 4 hours left of this. So I probably won't finish it tonight, but I definitely can finish this tomorrow, depending on how I feel. Open my January Owl Crate box and lock myself out of my iPad mini. Now I'm trying to read Radiant Black on my phone. Wait, how did you lock yourself out of your iPad mini? Like, I'm confused. Like, did you realize it had a passcode and you don't remember what the passcode was? Is that what happened? That's the only way I can think of that you locked yourself out. That's some talent right there, I'm just gonna say. Oh, goodness. All right, folks. So, on that note, with being locked out of our electronic devices, let's go ahead and do another roll here. Let's see what we're going to end up getting this time. 1, 2, 3, roll. Ooh. Okay. Never use it. I forgot the password. I'm sorry. That sucks. Man, I haven't had an iPad in a minute. I used to have an iPad when I was in college, and my husband actually took it. Like, he decided to use it, and he, because I was basically using my like I had like a smaller Kindle that I had gotten as a gift from my grandma. She gave me her old one so that I could use it, and so he decided to take the iPad because I wasn't going to really use that anymore. So I haven't had an iPad in like 5 or 6 years, maybe. All right, but the roll we ended up getting that time was, oh, my big fat finger is blocking it. It was a 9. So we're going to do a 45-minute sprint. And I know some of you like the long ones. So, all right, let's go ahead and get that 45-minute timer. And I got to get it all set up real quick. Okay. All right, so 45 minutes, everybody. Enjoy this. Get some good reading in. Let's see how we can end up doing. Because by the time this ends, we'll probably have maybe time for at least one more sprint, if not 2, depending on how long it's going to be. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you heard that. Okay, guys, that was 45 minutes. Oh boy, that was a long one. Okay, so I got through a good handful of chapters, and I managed to get that entire color of my diamond painting done. Some days, when I go back to working on these things, I remember one of the reasons I stopped working on them is because one color takes forever, especially on something so detailed like this one. But how did you guys do in that sprint? We should have time for maybe one more, depending on how long it is. 30 pages and made myself some cocoa. Nice. I have a glass of red Moscato myself. 75% of wild seed. Got to a pivotal point in the book, and now I need a break. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just got to a really interesting part in this one, which I can't even talk about it right now. I have to wait for my Finish Your DNF video. And even then, I probably shouldn't spoil anything that's in this series, but it's so fascinating the way that the political system in this book is set up. There's been like this is so far the last book. It's the newest book, at least in the series that came out. And I don't know whether or not there's going to be a fourth one, which I hope they do make, because I would like to see something else happen in this series. But there was just like a really big moment that happened where like something just got revealed that was like super, super important that now alters the whole premise that's been set up since the first book. We'll just go with that. Can I be more vague? Yes. 34 pages, had s'mores, and now I want sweets. Oh, I just put away chocolate because I gorged myself on Culver's. 64 pages and almost finished a mini robot plushie. Aw, I love it. I love you and your plushies. Yeah. 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 Oh. I'm so tired from this week. I had a really good day at work today, though. I was very productive, which is good, but my body's tired. I think, so where am I? I think I've got like 3.5 hours left of this book, if I'm not mistaken. 3 hours and 25 minutes. So I could probably get to like 3 hours of this or less, and then finish this up tomorrow. And then I think after that, I'm going to start working on The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. This is a book club book for the Royally Booked Book Club that my friend Princess from Castle Library hosts. This is one of my biannual ones, so I could push this off to February, but I'm not certain. I might pick that one up. I might pick up Wild Seed instead, because I do want to get that one done. I guess I'll cross that bridge tomorrow when I get there, because like that one is biannual, so I could pick it up in February anytime if I need to. So we'll see. Which book am I reading again? I guess I can talk about it. It's not that big of a deal. So it is the third book in this series called The Consortium Rebellion. It is called Chaos Reigning by Jesse Mahalik. It's for my Finish Your DNF series, which is a video, like, if you're not familiar with it, it's a series I do on my channel where I read books that like have 5 books or less in the series, and I try to see if I can actually finish the series or if I just end up DNFing it. It started off where I was going to basically do series that I've been afraid of starting, and then I kind of ran out of ideas, and so I started asking people that watch my channel to recommend me some series. And I'm going to say this is the second series that I have in that ongoing video series that I actually am going to finish. And I've had, I think this is episode 6 that I'm working on. Yeah, that's how it's been. Love it when people talk big talk about books, so you're great. Thanks. Still locked out, but I have all night to keep trying. LOL. I'm still reading volume 1 of Radiant Black. Artwork is beautiful. That's what I've heard. I'll have to check that one out. If I can't get into my iPad, I will finish volume 1 and switch to Wild Seed. Nice. It's cool. I have to catch up on videos. Yeah, it's just this. It was a series initially where I wanted it to be specifically going through like my personal library of like series that I've collected that I have yet to actually read. And I don't know what it was. I just all of a sudden decided that I wanted to like just actually have people recommend me series that were like short. Well, because I think it was like if I finished like a couple series that I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to try this out, and then it like I kept saying in my videos, like if you have anything to recommend, like let me know. Books that are less than 5 books, series that have like less than 5 books in it or whatever. And so far, this is the newest one, Chaos Reigning. I think it got released in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021, one of the two. Oh no, it actually got released in 2020. There's 3 books in the series right now, but they're companion novels. And they each follow a sister in this family that it's an adult sci-fi romance kind of, and basically it follows 3 sisters in that family. And I hope that the 4th, if they ever come out with the 4th book, I want it to be on the last sister, because we have yet to really learn anything about the 4th sister in this family, but she's talked about a lot, and there's stuff that's going on in the main plot of the story that overarches all 3 books that she's a part of. So I want there to be a 4th book that focuses on that sister specifically. I just don't know why authors have to want to have 20 books in a series. I get it to some extent, like it's either you get 20 books in a series or you get like 5,000 plus page books. It's kind of like pick your poison, I think, a lot of times. But I don't know, especially like when it comes to companion novels, I don't mind it so much, because like especially if I like the world enough, I want to see from like a lot of people's perspectives, Read Art of Prophecy yet. I have not. That is probably what I will pick up. I think I'm making an executive decision here where I'm going to read Wild Seed and then the Art of Prophecy, because I do need to get the Art of Prophecy done for Brandy's book club. And the Goblin Emperor is for a biannual or a bi-monthly one, so that I can push off. Can't wait to see your video. I read Art of Prophecy this last week. I hope it's good. I've never read Wesley Chu before, so I know that he did a duology with Cassandra Clare, but that was the first time I'd ever heard about him. So I hope that I enjoy it. And yeah, so the video for this series, the Consortium Rebellion series, that'll come out sometime in February, like either middle to end of February, I think. I don't have my planner with me up here to tell you, but I really, really am enjoying this series. Like, I'll spoil the video for you a little bit here now. It's going to be a finished series. I mean, I think I kind of already expressed that, but yeah, it's only the 2nd series, though, out of that entire set of videos that I've actually been able to finish, because I had several where I just didn't care after the 1st book, or the 1st book didn't leave very well, so I just didn't continue, stuff like that. So this is the 1st series that, in a good couple months, because the last series that I really, really liked that was for that particular video series was The Countess of Harley Mysteries by Diane Freeman. That was a really cute historical romance, that series that I really, really liked. How was it? Very true, but most times they leave the series hanging. Yeah, that is true. That is 100% true. Want to read The Art of Prophecy again this week. For whatever reason, it took such a long time for me to get into it, and I felt very meh about it. Okay. I mean, if you feel so inclined, feel free to. You don't have to, though, I would think. I need to actually sit down, though, because my N.K. Jemisin blog came out today. For those of you that are part of the read-along that I'm hosting, I did have my vlog reading that book come out today. So it has some of my non-spoiler thoughts on it. But I do need to sit down and actually come up with some questions that I can ask, everybody and talk about, like, figure out like how I want to structure the live shows in terms of like talking about the different topics and stuff like that. Because I like the way that Brandy does her book clubs, where like we talk about, you know, the book itself and then like some of the bigger like themes within it and stuff like that. So I need to sit down still and write that out. But I think I'll be doing that tomorrow while I'm doing filming and stuff, because tomorrow is my filming day, and then Mondays I spend my day editing, because Sundays and Mondays are now my weekends with my current job. I'll watch it tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I mean, it just came out today, so it's not like, you know, you really missed much. And I will say, like, I don't have much to say because I don't want, for one, don't want to spoil it for everybody. But two, I've been having such a hard time with vlogging in general with work and stuff. So, like, there's not much in terms of clips. But the clips I do have, I talk ridiculous amount. Y'all don't, if you don't know by now, I'm a chatty Cathy. Ding. All right, guys. So we'll start the next sprint here in a couple minutes, and I think we might call that the last one, because the fact that it is getting to the last full hour, and your girl's getting tired. So we'll do one more sprint and see kind of what we do. But yeah, if you guys are interested and want to be able to partake in Battle of the Bookish next year, for those of you that, or later this year, for those of you that haven't been a part of it as of yet, please feel free to. We are doing a skills training camp, which is basically a week-long readathon competition that will be in, I believe, either March or April. And then we have our next big round for those of you that are participating in June of this year. We always do rounds in January and in June as a way to kind of start off the year and then kind of get to the middle part of the year. And for those of you that don't know what Battle of the Bookish is, it is a readathon I host with some other readers, basically where it is a team-based competition. You join up with a team and you read books to fulfill prompts that earn you points, along with whatever book you read also earns a certain amount of page points. And you basically are fighting to see which team ends up having the highest average in terms of points. And that team that wins then gets to pick the theme for the next round, which then puts the battle masters or the hosts basically on, you know, this challenge of then also how do we come up with a bunch of other stuff in regards to that theme. So when it comes to the skills training camp, it's basically a condensed version of that. There's less prompts, there's less stuff going on, but it's a smaller time frame. And the winning team for the skills training camp then gets a 200-point advantage for the big round that will happen. So you want to come join in, you're more than welcome to in the skills training camp. Like I said, you know, it'll be March or April. You'll see a video announcing it when we're about ready for it to come out. And you can join up with a team at any point, and then the skills training camp can go through, and then the big round will be in June. So yes, the winners always come up with amazing themes for us to work with. This theme we worked with this month was literary detectives. So we have my team, which is Team Harry Dresden, which is playing off of the Dresden Files books by Jim Butcher, if any of you are familiar with that series. We have a Sherlock Holmes team and also a Hercule Poirot team for those of you that are Agatha Christie fans. So yeah, Adri is the head for the team of Hercule Poirot, and then our other host, Liv, is the host for the Sherlock Holmes team. So yeah, we've had gods and goddesses one year, we had decades, we had fandoms, I think. Yeah, we had fandoms, I think, last time. It's always so fun. We have such a good time coming up with all of it. Yep, Adri is Team Poirot, and Chipmunk here is part of Team Holmes. Team Harry Dresden. Hey. So yeah, it's a really fun time for those of you that have never been a part of it before. I highly suggest you come and join us, just because we're a bundle of fun. It's a hot mess sometimes. I am sure Adri would agree. It is a hot mess trying to get things organized the way we want, and things always seem to fall apart when it comes to the actual readathons. But we at least have fun, and we at least, you know, try to be consistent, which that's always good. So Can you tell it's getting late in the night for me and I just want to go to bed? It's okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our final roll for our final sprint today. All right. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? 3, 2, 1, roll. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Baby came first, and that's okay. Yeah, it's a fun time, Elises. I think you'd have fun with it. It is the readathon I look forward to the most. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is so awesome. I will say that I think that this is the most fun readathon I've, even not to toot my own horn since I host it, but toot toot. I love hosting this because I think it's so much more fun. And it's just something that, like, we get so many people who look forward to it, that come back every single round, and it just makes my heart so happy. Y'all know how sappy I can get, so I'm gonna stop there. But we ended up getting a 4 that time for our roll, so we're gonna end today on a nice quick 20-minute sprint. And again, to those of you that have been a part of our readathons in the past, thank you guys so much for coming back and joining. Thank you for joining me today on these sprints. I really do appreciate it. And anyone who was not a part of Battle of the Bookish and just came to hang out, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. I hope that, those of you that are interested will join us again, will join us in the future. But I'm just glad y'all just came and hung out with me. It's been a minute since I've done my own live sprints, and I'm looking forward to being able to do live shows again here with the NK Jemisin read along, and maybe eventually get back to doing sprints again weekly, maybe bi-weekly. I don't know. We'll have to see kind of how my energy and my attitude is toward it. But maybe biased, but I love it. The fact that y'all love it too just makes it even better. 100%. Yes. Like, the amount of love that we get every round just makes us so happy, and it's the reason we keep doing it. Despite all the hot mess that can go on sometimes, it is the reason we do it. And I look forward to it every single section of the year that we get to do it, because we do it twice a year. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do this last sprint. And it's perfect because it's right around time for Valentine's Day, and I love that I get to end the stream on a Valentine's Day timer. I was not expecting that, but I'm very happy that happened. So, all right, guys, enjoy this last 20 minutes, and I will talk to you guys when we are all done. Oh, once I can get my... There you go. Yes. Right. Because now we have the skill camps. Okay, guys, that was the end of the final sprint. How'd you guys do that time? I am now 3 hours and 6 minutes left of this book. I'm not quite done with the chapter, but I've only got like a couple minutes of the chapter left, so I'll finish that up before I go to bed tonight. How'd you guys do? What did you guys do in terms of like total? I think I got through like a couple hours of my book because I think I was like maybe just over 5 hours left of my book, and now I'm to just over 3. So I did pretty good, I think. How'd you guys do today? Courtney, you were here literally at the end of sprints. Dang you. But it's a good thing you're here. I would like for you, I know you've already said that you would be interested in helping me host the first live show of the MK Jemison Read Along. So I'm going to formally ask you, would you like to be a host for the first live show for the MK Jemison Read Along? If you can, it's cool. If not, no big deal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, Courtney's awake? It's 11:30 at night for her and for me. But it's Saturday night. You never know. I'm surprised Pat's not here. Pat's usually the one that I'm like, oh, so you are awake. Only got 20 pages left now. Oh man, I'm sorry. I wish I could stay. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy, guys. Made it to 14%, gained 3% in sprints, but it's a 900-page book. Oh, good Lord. What are you reading, Destiny? That's going to get you some good points, though. A 900-page book, that's 200 points by itself. 83% of Wild Seed. I have about an hour left. I'm legit falling asleep, though. Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm falling asleep over here. I love this book, though. I really like what it's doing. I like the way that everything is kind of coming together in this book. I just need to go to bed. Go wash my face and curl into bed and go sleep. That's my plan. But it'll be nice because tomorrow I will have the entire house to myself. Robert's going out for most of the day tomorrow with some friends. So I will do nothing but filming and reading, which will be very, very nice. Husband's away, just finished the 5th season today. Yay! Drinking some drink and then watching Too Hot to Handle. That sounds like a good night. Drinking my drink too. I got a little bit of red Moscato here still. I'm going to finish up. Still reading Radiant Black and trying to get into my iPad. Good luck. I hope that you get into it eventually. I'll check back in with you if I can join in on Bree Sprints tomorrow. Read 30 pages just now and 110 across the entire night and finished another robot for Rise Valentine's gifts. Oh, go to sleep. You need it. I can rewatch the part of sprints I missed to finish the book. No, it's okay. I appreciate it. But yeah, I will be going to bed. Don't you worry. I think, I don't know whether or not my next, like, if I do sprints again, if we'll do the same time or same anything, but reset password. I don't even know, they don't even know the password in general to their iPad, so I don't know if they can. Can you do that from, like, if it's locked? Can you reset the password? I don't know if you can. I'm all late. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, no, I'll be going to bed soon. But I would like to try, like I said, to do sprints again in the future. Once I get through, I think, some stuff with work, because like I said, I'm finishing up with like the training like probationary period right now of my job. I may be able to figure out how often I could do sprints again if I need to, if I want to. But yeah, we'll see. Like I would like to be able to do sprints again. Not do it like once every, few months, but I would like to do them more often again because I do miss doing them. They were really, really fun, and I miss hanging out with you guys and talking with you, and it's nice to be a part of other people's sprints, but it's something different when like you're hosting your own, I think, sometimes. Radiant Black Volume 1 got good towards the end, and the next 2 volumes are really good. Volume 3 ends on a cliffhanger. Uh-oh. That's no good. You like Wild Seed? All right, guys. Well, with that, I am going to head out for tonight. If you'd like to participate in the NK Jemisin read along, you're more than welcome to. The live show for that is going to be next Saturday, February 4th. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way I can do it when I am home from work and everything. So there's that. Battle of the Bookish Peeps. Do not forget that the 31st is the last day you can submit points for the readathon. Make sure that before 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the that you submit the points to your Discord chat, and we can get those in. We will be announcing the winner sometime on February 1st, and then we will kind of go from there. We'll also be announcing the MVPs as well as like other honorary mentions, all those kinds of things. So yeah, that's basically it. Not easy to reset. I don't want to go back to the factory settings. I only have a few more passwords to try. It increases the lockout time each attempt. Ugh, I hate that. Wild Seed is wild. It's such a power struggle the entire time. Yes, I'm so glad you guys could make it. Thanks so much for joining me. Courtney, I am so sorry that you were here like last minute. It's okay. But I'll try to do more in the future. We'll take a look at how things go in the next few weeks, and I will see. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the live show next week for the NK Jemisin read along. So thanks, guys. Have a great night and a wonderful rest of the weekend, and I will see you guys some other time. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye.